Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mars Dota 2 League, brought to you by Beyond the Summit. I'm joined here by Mr. Luminous and Ben Merlini Wu, and we have got an all LGD showdown in our hands, gentlemen. 9 out of 10 players in the lobby. It's LGD Classic versus LGD.Forever Young, though they have quite a few old veterans on the team. Bit of a misnomer, I suppose. I don't think they're young anymore.
I mean, they're...
That's the thing. They're old, but they're forever young.
They want to be, but they're not.
It's all relative. It's all relative.
I think their average age has dropped since Xiao left, so they're
That's
younger
true.
than before.
You know, this is the first TI where Xiao Eight's not cashing in for his payday, Lumi. Thoughts on that?
Not working for half a year, come back, get a team, make it a TI.
He's finally he's lost it. You know, Xiao Eight, not the great captain he used to be, I guess, or not great enough anyway. To get to TI.
Did he even try?
Had to put in that hard work and determination. Yeah.
Well, he was like a last-minute replacement for one of the teams in the open qualifiers, right? I believe.
Something like that.
I don't think that counts.
Yeah. So I mean,
he did try.
In his defense, he didn't really
for like
try.
half a day.
It was like a veggies level of try, Ben. You know.
I tried a little bit.
Yeah. But not like Linkin Park hard, you know.
Linkin Park. Oh man, that takes me back
There's
to
like 0 to 10, and then like 11 is Linkin Park hard.
Dude, remember back in Dota one day, every like video was like Linkin Park music? Oh man, those were the days.
That's it. Yeah, Linkin Park music.
I was trying to remember some of the lines, but it's been so long.
Yeah.
What is your favorite, like, or what is the most embarrassing song that you guys enjoyed listening to when you were
Probably
when you were a kid? Like, you wouldn't want anyone to know that you like secretly enjoyed it.
I enjoy Britney Spears.
Really?
Is that embarrassing?
What's your favorite Britney Spears song?
Baby, Baby One More Time. Is that
isn't it Hit Me Baby One More Time?
I thought it was Baby Hit Me One More Time. Or Hit Me Baby One More Time?
Hit Me Baby One More Time. Hit Me Baby One More Time.
You don't even know
You don't even know the lyrics.
What the hell?
I mean,
are you even a true
like
fan?
you said, linguists language or whatever you said, it's not my strong suit. So
words is a good word to use.
Yeah, words is not my strong suit.
Are not your strong suit.
Thank you.
Man.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lemmy.
I like Michelle Branch in high school. Michelle Branch.
I liked Michelle Branch.
What
was? I'm trying to remember what the songs were that I liked.
She had a lot of good songs. She had like 3 or 4 that I listened to.
Let me ask you this, Lumi. I don't know how. Like, are you up on Chinese pop culture at all?
No.
No. Okay, never mind.
The wrong Asian you're asking.
I want to get Jack in here.
How do you spell Michelle?
Like, what is the Chinese equivalent of Britney Spears?
There we go.
What is the Chinese equivalent of Britney Spears? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, you're seeing all like her news.
What about you? Who's your embarrassing? I mean, I'm not. I guess I would have been embarrassed maybe like 10 years ago.
I listened to a little Linkin Park.
That's not embarrassing.
That's not embarrassing.
That's like every high school.
That's not embarrassing.
No.
Okay.
That was normal.
What was the song?
It's usually female or some very weird male band.
Well, I did not like the boy bands very much. I was not.
Okay, if you like those, that would be embarrassing.
Backstreet Boys or NSYNC.
If you listened to those in high school.
Just like generally emo music. I don't know. I listened to some emo music in high school.
What kind of emo music? There's some normal emo music.
Isn't like emo inherently not normal? Like you feel cast away by society.
Well, like it's coming to the point where like hipsters are normal now.
Yeah.
Right. So
I think being emo was actually like normal in high school.
Yeah, I think it was normal
at least
too.
during my age.
Okay. I guess the weird well, it's not really embarrassing, but I listened to like my dad was into like old music, you know, like Beatles.
That's not embarrassing.
That's Beach Boys, Simon and Garfunkel.
You're not even giving us. He said Britney Spears. I said Michelle Branch.
I listened to some bad stuff, but I can't remember the names of like most of them. Like, tell me some like really embarrassing artists.
I don't know any of those. Yeah. If I knew them, they wouldn't be embarrassing.
Avril Lavigne, is that embarrassing?
I listened to a little Avril Lavigne.
Is that embarrassing? I don't think so.
It's a little embarrassing.
I think she's more like targeted to like girls, right? So
really, I thought it was more like skater dudes.
All right, we're gonna look up some Billboard top 100
in the 1990s.
What'd you say? 2000 is a good year to look at.
2000s, yeah, sure, 2000.
Oh, I listened to God, what is her name? Savage Garden. Yeah, I listened to Savage
there
Garden.
you go. That's embarrassing.
Savage Garden.
I'm okay with this answer.
Savage Gardens. I need to look this up.
Hey, you don't know.
I'm not very cultured.
I think I did listen to a little Christina Aguilera actually.
Okay,
I wasn't like the biggest fan, but
okay, there we go.
Celine Dion's okay. You know, I don't think that's embarrassing. She actually has a good voice.
Yeah, she is a good singer.
Reluctantly,
you need to get this on. Oh wait, You need to listen to it yourself, Lumi, and let us know how you feel about it.
Let's get some lists
in between the next.
Who's that girl that sang "All I Want for Christmas Is You"?
That's like a
timeless Mariah Carey song.
That's a lit song.
You probably heard it from Mariah Carey.
I don't know if lit is the word, but it's a good song.
I mean, it's a great song.
Lit song.
See, lit Lumi is like when you're getting down to clown. You know, you're trying to party. You're getting your drink on. I don't think that's like a.
I mean, I'm probably using that word very incorrectly, like how everyone uses literally.
You're using it lit in like a Dota player sense, like.
Yeah, exactly.
Lit was also a band I listened to in high school.
You get your like.
I'm not even kidding.
Transition. Oh man,
got him.
They had that one good song. My Own Worst Enemy, I think. It was a pretty good song. I liked it.
Stained. You remember Stained with no E? Just Stained.
Did you guys have your own CD player back then? Was that the?
I wanted a Discman, and by the time I got one, it was like right when MP3 players started coming out. So it was like this anachronistic.
Oh yeah, I had like a 128 gigabyte MP3 player or megabyte.
You know
megabyte.
You know what my brother had? My brother had a Zune, Microsoft Zune. There are still people who think that the Zune was like one of the greatest MP3 players ever created. I am not one of those people.
It is an MP3 player created.
Was it lit?
it was lit.
It was not lit.
All right. Well, we're about to get lit in here. So I sip on my solo cup. I wonder what's in there. You'll never find out. But we've got LGD taking on LGD.Forever Young. Draft has begun, ladies and gentlemen. The debut for these two teams here at MDL.
I'm gonna finish my noodles.
And Lumi is going to check out. That's okay.
I ran into the LGD 5-stack in one of my Chinese pubs. It's Victoria, Yao, I think it was Ame, and then 2 other people that were their friends.
Who is the most disgusting player on their team as far as like, you're just like, ugh?
I don't think they have any disgusting players. No.
Chinese players normally, they play a lot of RD, right? That's like the big pub mode there, or it was for a while?
Supposedly is the big mode there.
Okay. Well, the LGD Civil War commences. A lot of those big tempo controllers, very flexible picks.
Disgusting picker. D-Stones. That guy's disgusting.
D-Stones.
He's by far the most filthy guy I've met on the Perfect World servers. He's like, he has an NA mentality and he's on Perfect World server. And he's like the most disgusting of both worlds. He has like all the emo chats on his feed about how all his teammates are shit all the time. And he's just a raging flamer in hardcore. Yeah, oh my god, that guy's the worst. D-Stones.
You sound like you're at peace with his disgustingness, though.
Oh yeah, I ran into him. He is our arch nemesis. Me, Yannis, and Capitalist.
What's your record against him?
I'm not sure, but he's our mortal enemy.
What's your record when he's on your team?
He's never been on my team.
Okay.
So he's pretty high. I think he was like top 10 on the leaderboard for Per World. So a lot of the pros know D-Stones too. He's an Invoker SF spammer. He's disgusting.
Dirty.
He is really disgusting. Okay. Anyways.
Anyway, we've got some Dota happening here. The puck that got banned last game will slip through. Drow Rangers classic tandem. Now selected for LGD.Forever Young. LGD opening with the shaker.
Wow. 4 position 4s banned.
10 seconds remaining.
That is what this patch has.
It is the 4-position patch. You know, like from a player perspective, everyone wants to be a 4 right now, and all the 4 heroes getting banned.
Earthshaker is starting to become the best 3 because of his creep manipulation abilities, and because he's been buffed a lot, as happens to most heroes. His talents are actually pretty good too. Strength turns out is one of the best stats to have as a talent if you are a strength hero.
And who knows? Maybe he'll just show up mid randomly. We've seen a few mid shakers here and there.
In China,
not so much.
Unlikely.
But maybe Sumail in China.
Maybe Sumail in China, but not 2 Chinese teams.
What do you like? What's your assessment of like the Chinese meta right now, Ben? How does it differ from other regions?
Slow to adapt.
Oh, I thought you meant like slow tempo.
No, not slow tempo. Okay. Slow to adapt. Like they still run older strats.
It's always been the knock on China.
What else?
They like steal, non-Chinese innovations and then perfect them. As Lumi giggles maniacally into his noodles.
I don't think so. I think they just like they wouldn't be the first to run a Veno, for example. That's just not what they do.
Like if you ever talk to Fogged, he'll tell you how IG stole all of pot and bottom strats.
Oh, I believe that.
And that's why they want TI.
I would believe that.
Okay.
I just want to hear Fog rant about it, actually.
He's a really nice, gentle soul, except when it comes to like stuff he's like emotionally invested in, and then he's suddenly Fog can get triggered. Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's actually quite a lot of fun to witness.
I like. I get very amused when I see Fog triggered. Actually.
I really enjoy it, and usually usually he has some justification for being triggered, but it's still a lot of fun to watch. So I guess we'll bring back Lumi. Hello, Lumi.
Hello.
How were your noodles?
I'm back. I would like to say that I took about a quarter of the time to eat my noodle than Ben.
Yeah, because I was
Ben
actually
took
trying
like
to talk.
half the match.
I was trying to speak and be involved in the conversation.
Yeah, he was trying to pace himself.
I think it's faster to just finish a noodle than, right? Is that not the point?
It's faster, yeah. That's the one that I was talking about. That wasn't the point in question. Is it faster to just eat your noodles or eat your noodles and talk? I wonder.
Right. What I'm saying is, if you want to be back on the cast, you could just like eat and then come back.
Yeah, but I just want to be involved, dude.
All right.
I think we should have just left Lumi like unmuted, just slurping away at his noodles. The
No, I
entire
was
time.
making sure,
What is
trying my best.
What is the name of that phenomenon in Korea where some people will just like watch other people eat? It's a big.
They have it on Twitch now.
Oh, I know.
You
They
can watch
like
cute
IRL.
Korean girls just eat way too much. I've never watched it, but I've heard.
I don't know what kind of
I've
response
never
you're
watched
expecting.
it.
How do you know they're cute then?
Oh, mukbang. That's what it's called.
I've heard.
How do you know they're Korean?
I've heard.
How do you know they're girls? You've heard?
I've heard. Yeah.
Someone told him all this
Yeah.
stuff. But
Yeah.
and for science, he might have confirmed the hypothesis.
Or denied it. Who knows? All right. We got a Rubik.
All right. So draft continues. The Rubik is grabbed up.
Rubik
Rubik is coming back. This hero over the last like 2 months has really
because all the other fours are getting banned.
made his way back in the meta. Hey, you said Earthshaker's the best, all 3 hero right now. Well, Rubik is one of the best to punish it. And also you have the Drought Aura, so he's a little bit stronger early.
5 seconds remaining.
Generally with the Rubik, we see like that other support that's a little less greedy that can enable his aggression, like Crystal Maiden is a pretty popular one for Secret. What does LGD.Forever Young want? And what is LGD going to do with this Keeper? Is he just there to D-push?
Well,
Do they
not
have
Keeper Bristle.
Do they have grander designs?
Can you run an offensive tri-lane at Drow? I think that's LFY. That's something that they have to prepare for, right?
Against Keeper, I think it's really hard.
No, I'm saying Keeper run an aggressive against
oh.
the Drow, right? That's one of the easiest way to beat her.
Keeper Tusk plus whom, though?
Plus anything. You just have so much spam.
I think it's pretty tough. I think try Rubik lanes generally win out because the telekinesis repositioning is just ridiculous. Redonkulous.
5 seconds remaining.
So they get the snowball, and LGD.Forever Young, it's their turn for a little Drow Storm action. So 4 ranged heroes.
This is just an EG draft.
They have no Wisp, though.
Into ES Tusk.
Because they can't play Wisp.
This is looking a little tough for LGD right now, guys. They have 2 melee heroes. They're kind of, ideally they want the opponent to clump up, but LGD are good at spreading. Strong
5
lanes.
seconds remaining.
How do LGD adapt?
Phantom Lancer.
Oh. PL.
Radiant
A
he
hero
get
that
a
can
buff?
run at Drow.
Let me look at it.
Yeah.
I think he got more agility or something.
Yeah, if he got more agility, gain. Agility gain.
Was that really like a big issue with PL though?
I didn't
No,
feel-
but I
yeah.
think the agility gains are like the stat gains are deceptively strong because you get a lot per point. Like it gives him armor, it gives him attack speed, and it gives him damage. So it's not like a base damage buff is pretty straight. It's like okay, you get 4 damage for the rest of the game. But for something like stat growth, I think it doesn't sound that great, but in actuality, it's pretty strong, especially if it's your primary attribute.
LGD.
Well, I mean, like a mid-hero getting base damage increase matters a lot for the laning phase, right? But
Yes.
for a safe laner like PL, then you much rather than have like just stat growth
Probably
over
growth.
base damage.
Or base stack, like base agility.
higher
increase.
base, yeah.
10
Is
seconds
PL good
remaining.
against this draft? Would you guys say?
It depends on how you build him. I think if you can build him tanky and you can actually run at him without... That's the thing about PL. If you're not right-clicking, you're useless. So if you just dare spamming lances, you're pretty useless. You actually have to have a right-click.
So you're saying like Ags as one of the earlier major items isn't the way to go?
I generally don't prefer it. I think you just need to be able to stand there and tank like treads, treads plus any HP item.
Because every time I've seen PL, like they just go Ags and then they lose because it's
yeah, it's like treads drums or something like that. I think it's like a okay fighting. I also don't like Manta on him.
This
Maybe
is a
sometimes
mid PL.
Yeah, mid PL. They have Keeper too, so Keeper with PL I think is a lot stronger because this way you don't actually need to get BOTs. You can just get recalled, which is great for him.
So LGD going to the Sven. Obviously the Warcry is pretty nice against Drow, and he gives you a lot of burst damage.
Yep. Pretty good. They're a little light on the lockdown for
But it's
Storm
4
and Puck.
melee heroes against a Puck and a Storm.
They just
and
want to
a
be able to
Drow.
run at the Drow, right? That's their strat. And you can break the coil too with Tusk, right? You just snowball towards the Drow and bring everything in with you, and all the coils will snap, which is pretty good.
I'm liking LGD.Forever Young here.
Drow strats with Puck are pretty hard to hate on.
And now they get the tree. No real good solution here for the living armor. Not to mention, obviously, he's
PL
super annoying for
illusions.
Sven.
PL Echo, I guess. Yeah, that's not good.
Insta-lock.
I don't know PL's build, but if he goes treads, I will side with LGD. If he doesn't go treads, I will side with LGD.Forever Young.
That is the entire game in a nutshell right there.
Whether he goes shred or not.
Whether he goes treads or not, yep. That's it. That's all it is.
Well, guys, I do want to remind you all that there are actually 2 games happening right now. I believe it's IG versus Vici Gaming happening on Beyond the Summit 2. Be sure to check that out, as we'll have 2 concurrent streams going throughout the round-robin group stage. I think Clutch vs. Newbie just wrapped up, and I'm pretty sure Newbie took that one. But yeah, IG versus Vici coming up. Breaky CPK and Z-Rock bringing the action to you, at least for the first half of the day, possibly all day. I'm not sure, but... we're waiting for the teams to finish selecting their heroes. We'll get into this game. So, Ben, it's all about the treads for you. Lumi, what does the game hinge on for you?
I think it depends on how LGD wants to lane it. I still think they have the possibility to run a successful offensive tri lane to shut down the Drow. Depends on how much the Puck will get.
Do you see LGD.Forever Young trying to dodge that lane? Like, how would they adjust to that?
I think from the Drow perspective, I think they feel like they should be able to take the lane as well because they have Treant, they have Rubik, so I think it's going to be a close laning phase. The Drow team has to lose a lane for the other team to actually have a chance.
All right, well, tower duel begins, and looks like LGD.Forever Young with a sizable disadvantage here against LGD Classic.
So the player with the Chinese name is Inflame. He's playing the Puck, just making sure that's clear. And the mid player for LGD is maybe, well, LFY is maybe. Sorry, LGD is maybe. I'm getting too confused. Even though
Just
he's
say,
tagged
if
up
you're
as
not sure, just say LGD, and then you can always be like,
Right,
well,
right,
I meant the other LGD.
Right, right.
You know?
So PL is maybe. I just want to point that out, even though he's not tagged up as such.
Somnus.
Somnus.
Oh, he's only played PL 3 times in professional. And the last time he played it was in 2016 in March.
Oh no, a cliffing old 11.
All right.
Slow, painful death.
Got a fissure off though.
Are they going to kill him off quickly here? You leave him alive as long as
They
possible,
want to give it a
right?
storm, I guess.
No? Okay. They'll just make short work of him. So, did get some wards down, but
Dude,
death to the Rubik.
What is Tusk's... What cosmetic does he have?
Which one?
The one that surrounds him in this
The shield,
aura
yeah.
of... Like, he's like his own planet.
Is it Whiskey the... No, it can't be Whiskey the Stout artifact.
Like, it's one of those gem things that you could equip.
part of Barrier Rogue. It's like a set.
Oh. Oh, it's the Orbital Decay Gem.
Yeah, it's a gem that you
Dude,
equip.
that is awesome.
Tron has an Enchantress that also has this, like, glow thing around the hero.
It's in the fist, yeah. Okay. Well, we get underway here with the lanes. So it is the Puck in Flame headed to the off lane. They're going to run Monet safe lane. 11 going to be doing some fissure blocking here bottom, at least for now. Doesn't look like anything too unusual with this laning setup. We got the Ka, but not the Lei. No kill.
Now they're saying it for our benefit. Do they say ping in Chinese? If it's just ping?
Sometimes they say MS. But yeah.
I always thought it was cool how they use like some English words for stuff that can't be described that well in Chinese.
Such as
ping.
ping.
What else do they say? Like bye bye? They say bye bye?
Yeah.
Well, there is a good way to say it, but they still say bye bye anyways. Bye bye. I don't know.
McDonald's.
It's so much cooler.
They type
McDonald's is
they have a-
McDonald's in every language.
They have like their own way of pronouncing it though.
McDonald's.
Yeah. It's close.
Oh my god.
Brutal, savage, wreck. Brutal, savage, wreck.
Everyone getting their chat wheel out of their system, you know, better now than during the game.
Oh, I love it during the game.
What lines are missing from the chat wheel there? Like must adds for you guys? Is there anything? Do we have all the best lines in the chat wheel?
I'm sure there's some good Lumion lines in there.
There's a lot of
My lines never make grammatic sense, so like it's just hard to add.
Grammatical.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Aldi.
Yo, can we get some top shelf Lumi if we're gonna have a longer
No,
pause
please
here?
don't.
No, you don't want it.
Not when I'm here.
Not when
Maybe in the later shift.
Okay. Well, I don't want to. I don't want
Every
to.
time
I don't
Ed-
want to air it. If
Can
you
you
don't wanna
live
air it.
translate for us?
Translate for you. You could turn on the YouTube closed captioning and have that translate for you. I'm sure it'll be perfectly
Oh,
accurate.
how did he saw me?
How did he saw me?
I
Was
like,
that you
I
that
like the
said-
Harriet Tubman Train to Freedom.
Yeah,
was
I like that
That
one
was
too.
probably my
That's a
favorite.
good
But how?
line.
When do you even like apply that?
When you're quelling blading through the trees,
Yeah.
dude.
That happens every game, I'm sure.
When you juke through the trees.
Okay.
When you're Sand King and every time you burrow strike.
True. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, I forgot I'm actually the camera guy here. Sorry about that, guys. Was enjoying our conversation too much. But it is a first blood to LFY with that clipping. Well done by the Rubik, and now the lanes get underway. So LGD going to be running this tri-lane, trying to catch this puck out, who has skilled the orb. He'll orb back to safety. Apu, giving the old tree punch to Yao, half his health gone. Just like that. Not fun for him. The Kale continues.
So as the LGD top lane, the way that it's looking right now, I'm not sure how often the two supports gets to leave. Because if they do leave, I think the tree and puck will just beat the Sven. If they don't leave, then I feel like the stacking might be a little bit hard to come by for the Sven down the line.
So you feel like LFY just kind of have the edge either way.
Right.
Either the economy
But-
suffers or the lane suffers.
Yeah, Ben, do you agree? Or
Yeah, I agree. The lane suffers either way.
It's the power of the tree and the puck with the drow, or
I think you can have the Tusk roam though. I think you can just keep Cuddle Sven.
Okay.
And just spam them down, right? And just and they have a Sentry Ward already. I think you just have to be able to at least get level 2, hopefully level 3 on Keeper, and just keep spamming out the wave, and then this way your Tusk can move around, and then your Keeper can stack and pull. But I think if Keeper leaves the lane, they just lose the lane.
yeah, they need to roam mid, right? Because I think one of the advantages of a PL mid is that his ability to assist in a dive is so powerful. Your lands, you just like rush in. And if you have like an Ice Shard there, you're probably killing the Storm. So that is the =1 place that I think Touch needs to go to early on.
It's just tough for him though, because Phantom Lancer can't really harass. He doesn't have CMara. He's not gonna have Chakra.
True.
He doesn't have Bottle that early, so he can't actually. You can't right click.
You
a
can't
Storm.
spam Lances, yeah.
Yeah, so there's no way for him to actually get him in kill range, is what it seems like. And bottom lane also is not looking very good for LGD because it's just a shaker. But 2-on-1.
Patience from
But it comes down to whether PL gets shreds or not. That is the,
Yep,
the
that
ultimate factor.
is what happens here.
What? So I was eating noodles, but what is the logic between the treads again?
If you're not right clicking people as PL, you're not doing anything.
Okay.
why is it when you're like eating noodles, like your brain just stops working?
I'm just trying to enjoy my noodles.
So do you go into like a noodle like
Yeah.
frenzy or something?
That's how those Korean girls really enjoy food. Like, yeah, you go back to the camera. Just quickly rush back to your mouse.
I'm trying to have a conversation here, man. Yeah. I want to understand the noodle magic.
LD is very well mannered in real life while having conversation. Like he looks at your face and everything. That's why when the game starts, he.
Panic.
Yeah.
and we
Yeah,
will,
eye contact's
we will
not
panic
a
too.
Chinese thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just it's a very American thing.
Like I think when the first couple years I came to America, like when people were looking at my face, I'm like, is he trying to intimidate me? Is that what's happening here? Is this like a sign of dominance? And then later found out, oh, that's just like being nice. So that was
sign
my,
of dominance. Jesus.
you know, it's like they're staring down. That's why my dad does me.
It's, I mean, it's true with like some animals, like with cats, for example. Like if you like stare at them, like it scares them. You know,
Yeah.
like blinking is like it makes you vulnerable. You know, because when you close your eyes, in theory, like your senses are more limited. So it's a way to like show affection. My cats always stare at me. They're kind of feral,
I saw your cats the other day. They're very cute.
and they're very afraid.
No,
They're-
they let me pat them this time.
really.
Yeah.
Okay, that's quite rare.
I took a picture of them.
You're a cat whisperer.
I am a cat person.
Can I see? Can you send me that picture?
yeah. I have right here. And
See, the thing is, like, they don't like me because I'm the guy who takes them to the vet. So they're like used to me anytime I grab them, it's, you know, too many of those times have been bad memories. So. Ooh.
scroll to the right.
Oh.
The other cat doesn't. The white one really likes me. The other one is like, get off. Yeah, they can't see.
This is Munchkin.
They're both white.
This is Rascal.
The gingery white one doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Ginger
The ginger white one.
That's more than I've pet Munchkin in like 2 months.
You gotta get some pet action going, dude.
Well, I rescued them kind of late. Like, cats are supposed to be socialized in like the first 6 weeks. Once you get to like 8 to 10 weeks, if they haven't already like gotten comfortable with humans, they tend to always be afraid of them. And they weren't like rescued until they were like 12 weeks or something. So they're not quite fully feral, but definitely not
Through time.
socialized properly. Yeah.
Why are you giving me a look, Ben?
I'm trying to intimidate you.
Sign of dominance right now. I'm getting a little intimidated right now.
I'm just trying to be nice.
But you're not even having it only works if you're having a conversation.
Lumi doesn't seem very
What if I'm
intimidated,
just
though.
paying attention to you?
Okay,
I can't just look at you in the
yeah,
eyes?
I guess so.
When is it too much? Like, when is it too much eye contact? And it goes from like being friendly to being
So like creepy.
When you're in a
fucked
public
up.
bathroom.
when you're in a public.
That's definitely messed up.
All right, yeah. The threshold varies based on the circumstances,
Location,
right?
yeah.
Location, yeah. Public bathroom's definitely a no-go.
Where else? Where's like the definite no eye contact situations?
What if
When you're driving a car,
okay?
it's also definite no eye contact.
What if like
Even if you're at a stoplight, then it's okay, right? Surely
You
a
don't
little
stare at them.
a little wink, you know, a little nod, little
I
sign of
never
a little
wink at
wave.
wait. Like if we pull up to the stoplight at the same time and I just look at you, isn't that like a challenge?
It's a dominance.
Like
thing.
we're
you can't
racing,
look
right?
away first, you know.
Don't.
Then you got to rev the engine.
I usually just let them go. It's like this.
I see. I thought
Oh.
that's how all the initial D movies started. You just like look at them at the stoplights, and then the race commences.
Sometimes. If it's like 4 a.m., yeah.
So overall, looks like we're having it's the haves and have-nots. This mid lane everybody's got, and the rest of the heroes struggling a little bit with the early CS. Gonna be under some pressure here from Mr. Afu. Sven comes in quickly, rooted up though, and they're actually gonna make a go at that. Sven, these tree punches are far too powerful. Beautiful body blocks from Inflame, and kill secured.
Wow, he's actually not even level 2 yet? Oh my goodness.
No
I thought
war
he had
cry.
War cry. Yeah.
Nice takedown there.
No war cry stuff live. Yao can't even get the bounty rune. Oh my god.
Oh,
Yao might
Afu's
die
gonna
here.
get another? Ooh, close call.
Is he gonna die here? Did I have detection for him?
He's tree.
Tree is so obnoxious, but at least he got that ward.
Yeah, they have gotten a double D ward off on him. 1 sentry, 1 obs.
Yao can't even go home.
He's like one punch away from getting rooted and then another punch to death. Oh
Is
my
Afu
god.
gonna dive this? Is he gonna tango
I
his
don't
way
think he
through?
knows
Is he gonna make a big play? No, he's just gonna go for Victoria instead, who has the snowball, has the shards, and they chain up these stuns here a little bit. Afu likely going down. He just mans up on Victoria. Now the shards coming out. Big commitment from Inflame. He wants a piece of that tusk. The orb secures it on a killing spree in the offlane. He can maybe even turn back for Yao after salving up here. Has the stick charges as well. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, 11 going for the TP out. Barely going to make it. One more auto attack, and down he would have gone. LFY crushing these side lanes early.
Dude, this is some 5 out of 7 camera control right now, LD.
5 out of 7.
That's the perfect score.
Huh?
One would say it's lit.
One would say.
Oh,
Caught out.
damn,
No.
what a shard.
Easy. For Victoria, looking like Jarex there.
Victoria is one of my favorite supports from China, actually. Because he can actually play Wisp. That's a rarity
In China.
in China.
It's not as rare as it used to be. I mean, there was a period where Chinese teams like literally did not run.
Well, he can actually play Wisp well. Not he doesn't do the, okay, I'm just going to sit behind people. He can actually like make stuff happen as Wisp, which I think is very rare.
And Flame can maybe make some things happen here top if they're not careful.
Why have there been no Meepo players in China? There's like literally 0 Meepo players.
Even in pubs.
No, in competitive.
Who's like the big Meepo pub? Who's like the WeHop China?
There isn't one.
No.
I don't think so.
Not even in pubs?
Yeah, there was like a 2 weeks where Meepo was a top pick across all regions, and a Chinese player played it, and I was able to cast those games. I'm like, yeah, this is not. It's like a 6K pub Meepo. It's not even good. Yeah, they just don't get it, or don't have enough practice, I suppose.
They just don't get it.
They just don't get it, dude.
Language thing.
Yeah, we need how to go there and look at them in the eyes.
Soulfully. Oh, this puck might be in a little trouble throughout the orb. Oh, just barely jaunt in time. LGD almost chained him down. And meanwhile, in the trees, old 11 being hounded a little bit, gets off the enchant totem, but DDC there to cut him off, looking for the body blocks, gets the lift, brings him down, and goes for the TP. Not going to happen. Good kill for LFY as these lanes are starting to spiral out of control for LGD, getting out farmed pretty heavily too.
I mean, I wonder what the major difference is for the Shaker, right? Last game we saw Shaker being very successful, even though he was up against, you know, the Shadow Shaman and everything.
He's not doing a Disciple.
Yeah, I guess. And also he got cliffed at level 1. I guess that also doesn't help.
Let's give him, you know, let's.
Well, that didn't actually really hurt his lane at all, right? He gave it to Puck.
I
Puck got
guess.
first blood.
Yeah.
So
It hurt his morale, Ben. Okay.
that's true.
It's tilt worthy.
So getting smacked by a tree and losing a fifth of your HP. That's.
He's almost
very
got 100
demoralizing.
damage already. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. As soon as that war cry is ending, you can also see like Afu is ready to get aggressive here. Lane is pushing a bit though, so not going to go for it just yet.
Oh yeah, they didn't cut down all the trees at the start. That would have helped a lot too.
A little deforestation.
Well, tree can't hide.
Fresh sentry planted down. That tree is still proving to be quite the pest. Super is just free
Block him.
farming mid.
Oh, you block him. Yeah, Afu can just do whatever he wants in this top lane. And Keeper can't pull, they can't go for kills, and Sven is in danger of dying if Keeper moves.
Keeper can't really farm and stack either, you know, which... Well,
Yeah, there is actually 0 stacks on the left side of jungle. I don't think the Shaker is also stacking, so Sven is going to have trouble catching back up.
And they're not... Well, I don't think stacking Ancients any... Oh, there is one double stack of Ancients.
Okay.
But that was Victoria roaming on mid. The Keeper is not feeling very effective. Meanwhile, LFY making a move here with DDC. Not yet scouted, I don't believe. Now they have the coil. They deployed on Ame. He's going to try to war cry away, but if DDC gets this lift, with the tree punch comboed up a little bit, kind of stacked the lockdown there, but doesn't seem like it'll matter. The war cry wearing off a couple more auto attacks. They just barely poke him down. Death by the Fairy Dragon. And Puck is at 900 gold with Tread's Wand in the off lane. Raindrops now grabbed, and either a fast Veil or Blink on the horizon.
Okay, Phantom Moisture has Trez queued up. This is the beginning. This is it right here, boys and girls.
Somnus.
Come on, maybe you can carry this with Treads. He knows. He knows about the Treads.
I mean, I think they're losing. You can make the argument at least 2 out of 3 lanes.
I think they're getting dumpstered
yeah.
in 2 of their lanes.
So I don't know if Phantom Lancer is the hero you want to put your chips on.
I already did, dude.
You already did.
I already did.
That's true.
It's the honorable way.
Well, let's hope this goes well for you, Ben.
The Trez is the equivalent of him looking you into the eye.
Ben is a gambler. He likes to bet.
Sometimes.
Often can be found lurking in the den of some casino at any event.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I didn't see Ben at all at MDL.
Yeah, well, you know where he
I could
was.
find him at, you know.
I mean, there was a casino in the hotel.
Right.
So. Are you
I ate Jollibee
successful,
like
Ben?
3 times. That was great. No one is successful. They're your liar.
So why do you play?
Hang out with people.
For the thrill?
All my degenerate friends are there.
Ben's a social gambler.
I am a social gambler.
Ay, ay, ay.
Drow is actually not that farmed, though. Or where are her items? I guess she just has treads.
She's got 800 gold banked.
Yeah.
She's doing all right.
She actually seems a little bit scared, though. Afu does find old 11. He could be in a pickle here.
Dan it. Gonna start this off with the frost arrows. They do have the silence, but Gust will not come out in time. Now the root. And Monet able to gun 11 down. Meanwhile, while that was happening, Yao also got picked up in the top lane. Coil not even committed for that, so they punish the Keeper of the Light, trying to hide behind the trees, but doing so is only going to get harder this game with a Storm that is yet to leave his mid lane and a Puck that fast approaches a blink. It's going to be a very difficult Keeper game. It's looking like a great game for all the LFY cores, and, well, meanwhile, there's a PL with treads.
In PL, we trust.
Your faith is sorely misplaced, Ben Wu. Perhaps. Coil was just now dropped, and LFY losing 1 in a 2v4. They better at least get this Puck kill. Echo has to be committed, but committed it will be.
Dang.
That's a pretty big kill for a Shaker because he had a 4-kill streak, so Shaker is that much closer to Blink.
And Puck did not have the gold for the blink yet.
Yeah, so.
Still, though, bottom lane abandoned. Free push for Monet. A lot of damage on this tower.
All right, so real talk for a second. You say PL has treads. Like, who can he actually run on and kill, right? Drow Ranger has Gust.
It's more about the concept than the practicality.
I see.
This is getting a little too philosophical for my
Oh,
taste.
he doesn't have any. Oh, okay.
Nice
He
pick
made it
off.
across the cliff.
But Gorman, you're a philosophy major, right?
Yeah.
So there you go.
I'm sick of it. I had all college education worth. That's enough for one lifetime.
Uh-oh, Sven.
But that was real philosophy, Lumi. Not Dota philosophy.
I'm surprised they went back for that kill. Like, Storm had, what, 40% in his mana pool?
But Arcane Room.
I
That
mean,
makes it like 70%.
doesn't help your ball lightning too much.
Ain't no need a ball.
Okay. Yeah, you just get Blink on Storm. You don't need a ball at all.
Learn from the best, man.
I'm always balling. So too is in flame here in the top lane. He's got the orb. Ooh. Almost gets the maybe kill.
Oh, that's a bait.
Maybe with the stick up. And Super with the counterplay. Big ball lightning forward has the arcane rune
Oh,
of Doom.
where
Another
was the
ball,
bait?
another kill. Easy for Super.
I'm disappointed in that PL illusion micro.
All right, so Cuckoo, you know how he plays his PL? Once he uses his first double ganger, he hotkeys the 2 individual illusions that you create. One of them takes the same damage as your hero, but deals none, and the other one deals damage, but takes more. So you're supposed to hotkey the one that takes the same damage as your hero.
And pretend it's your hero.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why Cuckoo always make the biggest play. And I mean, what you say that his last PL game was in March 2016?
Yep.
Not a PL player, dude. He just don't know.
He knows about the Trezor.
Well, you know them. That's why you're here.
I mean, I'm a scrub, so
You're a theory god.
Oh.
Good silence on the mid lane. They're going to find maybe. They burst him down. LFY with a huge pick. And, oh, by the way, Rubik, level 6 already. Some great spells to steal here. They want a piece of this Fen. They might just find him. The haste on an inflame. They can't afford to lose Ame. This is another gigantic pick for LFY. Another tree punch secures it. They are just rampaging over this dire jungle. Already a 5k gold lead. Super threatening to dive the tower. Yao will scout him out there through the tree line, but Gandalf just cowers in the corner, and they're gonna scan. He knows. He goes for it. Screw it, man. Super's going in.
Wait.
Doesn't quite have the vision, but he knows there's someone in the area. He's about to find good old Yao. Hey, buddy. How you doing? He walks right back into the Remnant and into certain doom. 13-3. It's gonna be a quick game at this rate, gentlemen.
Oh my god, this is going to be a Drow tournament where for every team, just like first 2 picks Drow, +1.
There's a blink though.
A big debut by old 11. DDC though, sharding himself back into the trees, but maybe able to track him down with the lance. Could have been a big swag play. Not the case, sadly. I mean, normally if it's a really big Drow tournament, Drow just starts getting banned.
Yeah. Then you're letting these like amazing 4 position herald do that.
I can get down with that. That's
Okay.
exciting. Who doesn't like Night Stalker running around the map and wreaking chaos?
We smoke with a shaker blink. They do have Echo up. Inflame.
They would love this Inflame kill. He doesn't get out in time with the orb, and 11 will pounce. Could have jaunted back there, didn't see it coming though. We'll get punished for it. Afu was a bit late to wrap around mid and reveal the rotation.
He might get the chicken though. He's in position for the
Okay,
chicken.
you can root it. There you go.
That was easy.
Tree is a courier sniping expert. 11 though, making plays here from the off lane. Kind of brings back the old E home a little bit. When they were really doing well last year, it was old 11 making the plays.
Yeah, they dropped the old.
Well, he's not playing with Lanham anymore, I guess.
Yeah.
As that team got better, like everyone started adding old to their name. Like at first it was just old chicken, and then it was old 11. There was at least one other player on the team who had old as well. I don't know if it was Lanham. I mean, everyone knows he's old anyway. But he's a father. Very proud of his son. I believe actually it's his daughter, but yeah, he loved showing pictures of his kid.
I remember I was joking with, I rode back with him from one of the major events, and I was talking to him, and he had like just recently had his kid, and he was like captaining his team and stuff. I was like, oh, now you pretty much have like 6 children, or what was it, 5 children, because it was like his kid and his 4 teammates. And then he looked at me like really, really scared. He's like, what do you mean?
And in that moment, you knew.
I was like, relax. you don't have 5 kids. And then I had to explain it to him that he has to babysit his teammates, and then he looked a lot more relieved.
Oh, he's lived a full life.
The funnier moment was right before that.
Big jump here.
my
Commitment
God.
for Mr. Maybe.
So dead.
LFY will crush him.
They are done for, dude. Yeah, at least this early game. And then if they get Roche, which it looks like they soon will with this medallion pickup onto the tree. This is tower number 4 down.
And they're getting the items to keep this going further. The Dragonlance on the Drow working maybe towards that Hurricane Pike. But for now, thinking of a Silver Edge pickup, and LFY just keep the push going. Meanwhile, LGD, they're too afraid to actually go for the towers, even though LFY have shown 5 mid. Now they're missing. Tree could be sneaking up on you. Puck could be about to jump you. Storm could be lunging in, so they can't even really do anything to split.
Oh, they see Shaker mid. He's getting jumped on. He just walked past an Invis rune. Sorry, he has an Invis rune. Walk past Sentry. If he walks back mid, he might just get lifted.
Not the good kind either. All right, LFY. 14-5, pretty cruisy game so far for them. Any sense of urgency? Or are they just content to take it slow?
Just don't clump. Don't get echoed into Stormbolt, into Cleave. That's bad. That's when the bad things start happening.
That's bad.
That's bad. But it can happen. And it has happened a lot. Especially when you go for things like Rogue without good vision. They don't actually have good proper vision around Rogue, so they could potentially go for it too prematurely. And LGD could go for a smoke play.
They have Tree,
They have
though.
Tree, right? Yeah, he just stands outside.
They do have Tree, but I've seen some... Oh my god, Spencer.
That is a very easy kill for LFY.
They are not handling this Tree well at all. He is just owning them. From the lanes to the attempted split pushes.
I still think my favorite Lana moment was the was it WPC Ace where he just smashed like the monitor smash where he just hit the table so hard, the reverse all kill from 0-3 to 4-3.
You casted that event, right? Like it was how long was it? 8 hours.
It was
of
like
casting?
it was actually a 12-hour broadcast for one series. 7 games. There was a like 2-hour lunch break in the middle. There were decent pauses in between each. Some of the games were pretty long. That was me, Winter, and Lysander. Old TriCast, but oh, they have found the tree. You said they're not good at handling them? I beg to differ, says LGD, at least for now, but maybe he's pretty low here. He'll get earned up. DDC making the jump forward. He really wanted that fissure. He'll get the enchant totem. Now Super in danger. A little more ball action, but not enough. The diffusal blades here. This is where PL can really start to heat up. They have managed to control the Shaker. They'll bring him down. But now looking for DDC. Nothing to stop that TP. He'll get out of there. A 2-for-1.
That was so greedy from Shaker. He snowballed onto the Rubik instead of just killing the Rubik. He blinked onto the Drow Ranger, got gutted and died.
They're going back in. Silence, coil, commitment, the follow-up silence, but the snowball save, not enough. Super comes in, balling back, and he will quickly counterplay that, make it a 3-for-2 overall.
Was that a miscue a little bit by the snowball? Because he grabbed the PL. He could have just hit him inside a little bit longer to wear off the silence, right? And then he could double ganger out.
Yeah, Storm is still at a little mana, so maybe he dies anyway, but gives you a fighting chance. Well, here's the medallion in action, as you guys mentioned. Straight into the Roche Pit. Storm hits so hard. Already 200 damage in auto attack, just with those 2 talents on the Drow. Did lose a couple of Bloodstone charges in that last fight. Slight silver lining for LGD. Very slight.
Oh, one thing to mention is that it's really nice as a Rubik player to be playing with Drow, because at level 10, you essentially get your left side of the talent tree for free because you have Drow Aura. So generally, you take the plus damage because you could just like hit creeps a little bit faster through the neutral. But now he gets both. He takes the right side of the tree.
Think of how fast you could hit creeps with both of them.
Yeah, but sometimes you're dead and you still get GPM when you're dead. So. But you're right, you could get, you know, plus 120 damage. And
incrementally, it's not that great, though. Yeah. Super with an Aegis. Looking to cinch news of LGD's chances in this game. They are just losing towers left and right. They need a big echo.
And they're giving up some free Bloodstone charges. Super right back to where he was. Almost 11 charges now. Things are still spiraling away from LGD, and they're going to make a move now on the mid lane, perhaps. These silences have been brutal for maybe, but the counterplay is here. Big Daddy Sven gets in on the action. The follow-up comes through with the fissure. The echo, huge commitment for the Drow. She's not dead yet. She has the Hurricane Pike. Will eventually drop, but well, they get nothing in return for now. They want to make something happen with the overgrowth, but where's the follow-up? The team's not there. The tree just sacrifices himself. Sentry got dropped. I think it was after he overgrowth. Not entirely sure. It's a little choppy. By the way, he'll drop as well. Didn't have enough heroes, I guess, to take that fight.
Wait, so LGD wins the fight, they get 2 kills, they even got the overgrowth out for free, but they decide they can't push the tower.
They are still very...
Okay, I mean, that mid tower, that's gonna be the lowest it's ever gonna be, right? Tree's gonna heal it back up, so I don't know. It's gonna be rough for LGD if, you know, the small fights you win, that you can't even get more off of it.
You want LFY to fight into you, though, not the other way around. Just
that's true.
That's definitely true. Like, the way you get back into the game is when they push and then they die.
Oh my god, they really hate maybe. Calling for backup, he is going to be able to doppelganger towards safety. And now the turnaround on the puck, the Storm completely whiffed his initial ball lightning, and LFY still dove for it. Very ambitious, and will be punished. Another death for the puck.
Slow and safe. The LGD way.
So what is the kind of the threshold we're looking at for LGD when they could actually, like, what item are we waiting for them to actually be able to now make the offense instead of just waiting for LFY to come at them?
BKB on Sven. Is that it?
One big Echo Slam. I don't think it's that item dependent. Yeah, maybe BKB on Sven if I had to choose an item. But it's more so game flow. LFY, like, they have thrown a fair amount of bodies, I would say, towards LGD. And the gold lead is slowly swinging back towards the way of LGD.
Do you guys feel there's a clear late game advantage for either team? Seems like it is slowing down. Not obvious that LFY can end it anytime soon.
Usually I favored a non-draw team. And in this case, I think the Storm is probably going to be able to pick up the slack, but I still usually favor the non-draw team just because she usually has trouble keeping marksmanship up.
Yeah. Kato getting axed to me is also a big swing. Allows your team to play in.
Oh, they scout out DDC here. He did not manage to blink out in time. Caught by the Walrus Punch, but now the turnaround. Storm comes rushing in with a double damage rune and a head full of steam. Locking out the Shaker will finish off 11. Now Victoria forced to retreat. Should make it back to safety, but another Bloodstone charge. Still the Aegis online. Super. He's back to where he started.
The Shaker's the big kill too. Shaker's like their only real big playmaker at the moment. No one else can really, like, Tusk can, yeah, he can cast his spells, but he can't actually kill anyone. Storm can just react quickly enough, so can Puck.
And Sven is not really farmed enough, it feels like, to make kills happen.
Nah, he needs a buddy.
LFY are going to group up here. Squad of 3 looking to push. They know the Shaker's down still for 5 seconds. They can maybe scout him rotating with Afu. Camping out the bottom lane. They leave the Puck towards top, hoping for an easy support snipe. Yeah, would be a tasty treat if he dares to head to that lane, but he's sticking back a little bit further. Meanwhile, Super making the move, jumping, but into the shrine he went. That is a big committed jump forward, and might get punished on the way out. Super, dead once. Can they kill him a second time? They've got the Echo. Will 11 go for it? No. The silence, the coil could prevent it all. They managed to lock Super down somehow through the Puck's counterplay. It wasn't in time, and they will get that kill on the Storm and the Puck. There's a cherry on top. Now DDC, his turn to march in and go for a quick little feed, and even through the kill, he will fall. LFY, well, they did manage to get the tower. Bottom lane now, Monet. Perhaps he's next on the list. Snowball taking a long journey towards the well. Not going to make it there, though. That was a series of very unfortunate events for LFY.
They did a lot of damage to that tier 3 bottom, though. So it's not... I guess that's a silver lining. But Storm back down to 8 Bloodstone charge. He's about to finish his BKB, so his him getting pressure by the Diffusal play is going to soon to end. Yeah, I think we still need some big echoes from the Shaker to really give him the edge in these fights.
Sven wants his BKB.
The Treads PL magic.
Yeah.
It's coming alive
I believe,
here.
dude.
Yeah.
I believe.
How much does Sven BKB actually matter, though? Because they have Overgrowth and Frost Arrow to control him. There's a lot of ability to kite him in the team fights.
I think it's more to, like, the threat of his damage is pretty
So you have to
big.
position yourself pretty awkwardly in the fights.
Well, he can get a lot of front-loader bursts, right?
Right.
Like,
Oh, 11.
this
This is a big kill if they can find him. Overgrowth is ready. Afu gonna try to slow him down, but the Yule Scepter dodges the Overgrowth. Needs to punch him. He's not going to get the punch off in time. Now, a big ball lightning forward. Super again off the mark with the ball lightning, and he somehow miraculously makes it up.
Here's the thing, Storm was just walking towards that fight. He could have zipped like 5 seconds ago. I just wonder why he was, what he's waiting for.
Oh, Puck has gem now. Goldley's pretty close now. They lose one fight, they lose his gem. It is LGD favored. And Roshan is respawning pretty soon. And I don't know if LGD.Forever are in a comfortable enough position to actually just walk into it before a 5v5 engagement has even started.
Radiant structures are
Yeah, there's Manta finish on maybe as well. I know you say you didn't like it, Ben, but
It's good versus their line.
yeah, there's a lot of silences that he can take off.
2 silence and Overgrowth. As long as he gets treads, dude. My man.
All right.
Look how suave he looks in those treads. What a majestic creature. They will make their move here on the Puck, and
Oh my
11
God,
finds
that's the
another. And what do you know? It's the gem.
Oh my god, LGD.Forever the throws.
Well,
not
the-
really a throw, but
The order was delivered. And Lady Ruru smiling here
Oh,
on LGD
LD.
Classic.
LD.
LGD just finding pick after pick. The game is crumbling for LFY.
yeah.
It just...
Thank you, Ben.
yeah.
That is correct. I have nothing of value to add here.
At least he's, you know, he's honest about it. He's not bullshitting. That's what I like about you, Ben.
I'll take that.
My mom told me not to lie. I took that to heart. She.
You lie when you play
blazoned
Mafia.
that. Yeah.
That's kind of the objective.
That
so.
is the objective. It's part of the game, but I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just saying you were pretty good at it in Mafia, which makes me feel like those skills may have been polished.
Oh, that's because I'm town. When I'm Mafia, I'm awful. But when I'm town, I can be honest.
Is this the long con? Are you just trying to convince people now you're town?
Ben's playing Mafia even now.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
He's lying even
My mom
now.
actually didn't even tell me that.
Ben doesn't have a mom.
I want to say that's not true, but I didn't actually get to meet your mom in Manila, even though you promised.
Jack
so
did.
I'm gonna go with Gorman here. Ben
Doug
Wu
Gorman, excuse you.
Doug Gorman.
Get it right, Lumi. LGD looking to get it right here as they look for the initiation. LFY. Oh, this puck, he keeps on getting caught. Do they have the follow-up? Coming in with the fissure, but a decent positioning with the shards. It'll protect him for now. He's able to make it away. Yule Scepter coming through. They're going to lock that Sven down during BKB. Overgrowth now deployed. Afu completely cutting the Sven out. Can they finish him off? The Orbing to the left. Storm jumping to the right. They have managed to bring down the Sven. Huge kill for LFI, but they need a little more. Maybe Rampages through the back lines. Locks onto DDC. Shreds him. Now looking for more. The fuck. It's Danger too. They're just a phase shift away from the Echo Slam. He will survive through this somehow, some way. LFY getting multiple kills. Monet making a beautiful artistic portrait of LGD's overextension now. Looking for a little bit more. The blink is ready in just a second. We'll even need it. Yao is down and the gem has been reclaimed.
What on earth was that? Ame didn't pop his BKB when he went in. And then he got gusted. And then they lost a kill on the puck. And the puck just came around and destroyed them. Pretty good play by Afu though. He kited the Sven, as you mentioned, during the majority of his BKB. Well
That
played,
was
sir.
that was a 10-second BKB, right? Like
That was the
yeah.
10-second BKB.
Guys, I missed the fight recap.
That's fine. Your play-by-play
I ain't
made up for it. If this was a Valve event, that would have been added to the next chat wheel. I don't even know what the fuck he said.
I was trying
know
to
what
say
that sounded.
thwack, 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 but it's a little hard to say that like
close
20 times.
Oh, I thought you were gonna. I thought you were doing like PL's sound when he like.
I thought
right-clicked.
that's what
yeah.
it was. Yeah.
It's pretty accurate.
I was trying to. I'm not LD Pixel yet, though.
That's the next evolution.
Someday. I heard they're not recruited anymore in Pixel Pipeline.
He's just waking in OD for life.
Yeah. It's just, well, Wakey's retired, right?
Oh, is he? So
I
it's
mean,
just
I
OD.
haven't seen him cast.
Uh-oh. Daytime, gonna be a big deal. 1:30, and that's when they have. They do have the Ags. But
LGD have the
Oh,
position
Tree.
here, but Tree, scratch that, is going to catch them out first. The coil committed, but do they follow this up? They really don't want to fight into this LGD death ball. And instead, Tree's in trouble now. Roll.
GG.
Chase from PL.
How do they not
No
have
detection
dust?
because they lost the
Yao,
gem.
Yao spent all his money on the Ags, and then he bought 2 sentries. And
But
that's all the money.
Victoria, he's out of money. That's right. Man, this Tree is just killing them. You were saying it in the context of the laning phase, but since then he's like initiating his counter defend, he's courier sniping.
Yeah. If they get the gem though with the Ags, then this tree's not a big deal.
I mean, I would say the damage is already done, and he's gonna get blink soon.
Oh sure. I definitely agree.
Storm. Hello, Storm. Goodbye. Meanwhile, though, this does open space elsewhere as they try to make their move onto 11, and guess who it is? It's Afu! Catching him out once more. Ball forward. Commitment for the Shaker. They'll get the kill, too, and even managed to steal the fissure, but from behind comes the Sven with the cleaver. He's been locked down for now. Will he get off a couple more auto attacks in this fight? That's really all they need to finish off Super. He's going to BKB. Not sure where he's going with that, though. He's out of mana. Poked down anyway, and Bloodstone deny in the end. So that's the 10-second charge. And now the thwacking can commence. I'm not even trying anymore.
At least they didn't lose the gem. By the way, Puck is closing into finishing that act, so Sven's brief reign of supposed terror is about to end really soon. I don't know what Ame is going to do in these fights.
Dude, those shards actually pushed Drow to the other side. And then she was away from the Sven. It was
Okay.
BKB on BKB wars.
Well, this is perhaps the trump card in the great BKB wars, the Ags and the Puck. He's been getting jumped a lot.
Yep. He's actually so farmed.
And still quite fun.
Yep. PL has Blink too. Got to get on top of that Drought Ranger.
Yeah, that's the play.
The LGD feels like they have a lot more sustained damage output.
It's
in these
daytime.
They're creeping in. DDC with the Blink Dagger. Ready? 11. Threatening to leap. Monet hanging back on the high ground.
They know something's
But
weird.
these Ancients, oh, they're juicy. Perhaps a bit too much. They're going to make their move. Is there a counterplay? Coil comes through, catches everyone, but no follow-up whatsoever. Phase shift. Jump out. Get the hell away. They did commit. They'll spend BKB for that. They're going to just make sure that Coil indeed breaks and stuns them.
If it wasn't sure that he had Axe, they definitely know now.
Oh, we're going to see a big puck play here. Are we going to see a Storm Aegis snipe? They may try for it, get the vision from the orb. The timing could be nice. Here comes the jump. He goes for it, and Afu leaping in. Aegis snatched by the Dire, but they didn't get the last hit on the Roche. They got the more important thing here. That is the Aegis. They also kill off Afu in the process. Tree down and LGD on the hunt. They surge forward onto mid.
Tree being down means the tier 2 is probably going to go down, guarantee as well. No living arm to keep that up.
Maybe God with the quick fingers there. Managed to snatch the cheese and the Aegis.
Okay.
Nice.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
All right, so basically no more lead for LFY now, guys. Can they come back? Are they a good high ground team? Is this a comeback lineup?
That is.
Radiant's middle
It's
tower
not a great comeback lineup, but you can come back with it. As if Storm retains all his Bloodstone charges and keeps getting fat.
Yeah.
But Drow is petering off a little bit. Ooh, she's going for Ags. Going for late game, Ags Maelstrom. The anti-PL.
I'm not sure whether she could stay alive long enough in these fights to actually make that build work.
DDC, another catch perhaps. The Fisher's on the wrong side, but that's what Blink Daggers are for. LGD, grab another. They're just getting too many of these pickoffs.
Non-stop.
Yeah.
It's been, like, ever since, I guess that was, like, the 20-something minute mark, it's just been all these easy little picks for LGD.
Yeah, it's just tiny, tiny picks on supports, into cores. They've been using their smoke much better, though. They've been, I think they hoarded it for pretty much the 20 to 25 minute phase of the game after shaking that blink, so they can make big moves. There's no really a good reason for them to smoke early on in the game. But them losing the first Aegis, or the first Aegis that has been lost to them, is a very bad sign, I think, of things to come.
Here comes LGD, creeping up on the bottom lane, looking for the leap onto Monet. They're going to find him, too. Again, the quick catch, instantly carved up by Ame.
No buyback.
The Shaker
See ya.
Fissure is just destroying them too.
Yeah.
Like the thing about the Shaker Fissure is that you know if you can commit to the fight or not. There are occasions where you blink in an echo and the dude's already BKB'd, but if you Fissure first, you can't.
They're trying to split push here. Storm on the top lane, but they're not going to do it as fast as the Sven PL duo, quickly chewing their way right through the living armor and looking now for the first lane of Rax, the puck. Silence initiation. Not wanting to commit the coil just yet. LGD will clean up this lane. Do they catch anyone trying to TP home? Maybe Storm can make something happen. He's almost gotten the tower down, but 11's in position. Looking for the leap. Oh. Thinking about the echo. A swing and the miss. Super was ready. And he falls out in time.
Still got the Batrax. Or a little bit of it. Yeah, there you go.
And now Shrines, LGD are cruising.
Man, imagine if Storm had that Drought aura. I think he would have been able to Rax them. Actually,
No, they had a glyph. Like, he was not close. Like, Shaker was...
Oh, she's still up there.
Mana? He's a bit lacking. But Super, another defensive BKB just to get away. Still only 10 Bloodstone charges. It's almost a 5-second BKB now. It looked like the Dream Storm game heading into the mid game, but it has not proven to be the case.
Oh, this is LFY's time to come back during nighttime. Unfortunately, there's a heart on PL. Uh-oh.
3,100 health.
Uh-oh. That's really bad for them. I don't think they could burst through him.
Once, let alone twice.
Yeah. Well, now they can just push. Yeah, just play it safe. I think, like, during this period of the game, like, if they didn't have Aegis, They could split up, but they might. Oh my god.
Afu, not again. They need this tree. He gets stunned, and dead.
Yeah, they split up right now. They have the potential to just get picked off and maybe like lose a gem because Storm is very good in this sort of situation. But
Power Treads PL closing in on 100% win rate here at MDL.
they're in.
Radiant's middle
I think Old 11 is playing like a boss. Though. Like he didn't have the greatest laning phase because it's not an easy lane for him, but he's been delivering, I think, with the initiations and just making it very easy for LGD to follow up.
I would agree.
Yep. Thank you, LD.
I'm a big Old 11 fan.
Smack those shrines.
Livy's dying, guys.
Instant
Can't
classic.
handle a good thwacking.
Instant classic.
We need an LD voice fag.
We need a Dakota.
Just the 3 lines I have in the game, I feel like, is already enough for my
we
taste.
need a Dakota. Doesn't he cast with a like a box where he has all the sound?
Oh,
Yeah.
the soundboard. Yeah, but
Yeah.
those are a lot of those like kind of copyrighted things.
Well,
Like he would put on like the Attack on Titan music and stuff.
this is why we have LD start your own ones. You can have your own soundboard. Oh,
Here we
shrine
go.
onto the ancients.
The Dream Scan could be the start of the huge turnaround. Can LFY set this up? Super jumps in, BKB committed. Will he get a kill? Tusk low, silence, almost dead, not finished off yet, stays alive, finally will finish him, but meanwhile this PL still has cheese. He does not have the Aegis right now, so maybe they can make something more happen here. They're very low in mana on the Storm though. He had to jump away. The rest of the team retreats so far. A Tusk for a tree.
That's it's not good at all for LGD.Forever because the PL can just run at whomever he wants. He even got 5-second stun by the Dream Coil, but he didn't even care.
Well, they got a Bloodstone charge.
Yeah.
Got him.
He got a Bloodstone charge. But they wasted their smoke. They scanned, but as long as PL's in front, they can't actually beat LGD in a fight. But Storm had the right idea. Super went into the back line, tried to go onto the squishy keeper, tried to go on the squishy shaker, but they're not actually that squishy anymore.
It just seems like if PL is in the fight, you just can't win because if you don't go for the PL, then PL is just gonna kill your team faster than you're gonna kill PL's team.
I mean, and we're not even talking about the Sven.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
also that.
Thank you, Victoria.
I think Sven's much easier to kite, though.
Yeah.
Like
I don't think Sven is actually too big of a problem.
Right,
Yeah.
but it's more like you're going to worry about the PL, and then Sven's probably going to get to kill someone.
Yeah, it's just the BKB wars with Warcry is just always goes Sven's way. As long as Earthshaker's his life. If they kill Earthshaker at the start of the fight, I could see LFY winning the fight. But they'd have to dump a lot on him.
It's so hard now, though. He's got the Solar Crest, the extra plate
Yeah.
mail, the Yule Scepter,
Yeah, he's actually
the Snowball save.
Imagine if he gets 600 health at 25.
Is that your favorite talent?
It's pretty good. I think
600 is one of the highest.
600 is pretty
Well,
absurd. The other
Tusk says, look at
Tusk
me,
has
dude.
700.
Yes, Tusk says 700 and be like, bruh.
Bruh.
And he also has a 40% experience gain to get there.
Yep.
I mean, you don't strike me as a bruh kind of guy.
You say bro a lot.
I do?
Yeah, I do.
I know, but
I do. I say a lot.
he does
he's
say
a-
it a lot. I just wouldn't have expected he's
Oh,
a bruh,
okay.
you know?
You know, you can't drop it all the time. You gotta choose your place and time, just like this.
Gotta be a selective bruh.
Yeah.
Super, he makes his selection. It's Old 11 he wants, it's Old 11 he might get, but the Yule Scepter turns things around, and then the BKB, Sven with the big sword doing work right now. Super finds himself deep behind enemy lines. Can he finish anyone off? The Snowball turns it around, he gets stunned, echoed, enchant totem, punch! They really hate this Storm, but they can't finish him off yet. He fights his way through it all. They'll get 2. They want more. The Stolen Fissure used by DDC here, locking Yao down. He's like, well, I'll try to take the shrine with me. That also won't happen.
Oh, they lost a gem.
Easy Bloodstone charges.
They lost the fight during daytime because their 2 cores did not protect their supports. And they didn't have detection, so they couldn't actually chase. Classic cores.
Spoken like a true core player. Really.
You sounded almost admiring, Ben, as though this is what you aspire to as a core player.
Ditch my supports. I love doing that, but I know it's the wrong thing to do.
We lose the team fight. Where's Ben? Oh, he's farming with TP cooldown. It's like
This is
this game you have recall, bro.
This is bots Midas Merlini after all.
Yeah.
Please, you have recall. I'm all about
that's
the
on you,
treads.
man. I'm ready to go. Just recall me
Yeah, just
anytime.
recall me.
To me though, that was one of the first few fights where Super actually went for the supports as opposed to the cores, right?
You want a Shaker.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
Yeah,
Like,
you have to kill Shaker first.
Yeah.
I think. He's such a big problem.
Oh, they found an opening here mid, or so they think. They lunge onto maybe. Remember, he does have a cheese, though. They're going to have to commit a lot to kill him once,
Storm's
let
on
alone a
mana.
second time. Maybe he says, screw it, man. I'm manning up. Super's out of mana. He has the BKB if he needs it. Doppelganger. Stick around. Jump onto Apu. They trap him in the trees, and in his own trees, he will die. A prison of friends.
Shaker chasing off the Rubik. He has Yules if he gets
Has the blink.
Oh, okay.
Phantom Lancer also has a 20 strength talent.
That is a lot of HP.
Yeah. Are they all going to get the HP talents at 25?
I mean, LFY has damage issues, right? Like,
Right
Rubik
now they
doesn't
do,
do
yeah.
much, Tree doesn't do much, so that's why Drow is going back to compensate for his team.
They're all
but,
going to have like at least 2,000 health.
When he has his Mjolnir, it'll be fine.
Yeah. That's a long time, though.
Yeah. Or
Looking
even
towards
when he
the
has
Axe.
Axe, it's okay. But yeah, Mjolnir is ideal. Roshan's up in about 10 seconds.
Oh, almost butterfly time. Stack that up with the Solar Crest. I mean, you're talking about the Ags, Ben, but there's evasion to think about here.
Who? Ags on who?
The Drow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So just throw an MKB on her shopping list.
That's what she needs. She does need Mjolnir and MKB.
And Ags.
And Ags.
Yeah, just needs about 10k gold worth of items, and then she's ready to fight. No problem.
Well, she has fallen behind. PL's 5,000 ahead. And he has the luxury of having cheese and Aegis, so he doesn't have to go for defensive.
I do see some of you folks wondering where the other simultaneous game is happening. That's over on Beyond the Summit 2, guys. There are 2 games at once. We're just following the first line, Breaky, CPK, and Z-Rock, bringing you the second line on Beyond the Summit 2. So if you want the EG game, go to Beyond the Summit 2.
Are we working with no delay?
I believe we have no delay. If not, they'll hear it in the 5 minutes.
That's the best kind of delay.
If Lumi had his way, he would never interact with you.
No, that's like, it's the worst, right? You try to interact with chat and then...
Oh, I thought you meant 0 delay. Was the
Yeah,
worst.
yeah.
Oh God, being able to talk to chat—that's the worst.
Oh, Storm's going for Ags. This could actually make a big difference. Because then he can almost kill 3 supports at once. With
Walrus punch, quick,
No.
easy initiation gem down. Puck does have buyback though.
Force it out, dude.
Puck sounds so sad. No. That's what he says when he dies. In case you guys
The
didn't
lore
hear.
of Puck is actually horrific.
Go
Can you
on.
give us a TLDW?
Yeah? We're not
like
lore
ate all
players.
his children, right? That's like the Puck thing. He's a cannibal. Eats his kids.
But he looks so kawaii.
It's like that's like a Joker smile, you know? Like it's like
I see.
like it looks like he's smiling, but really he's just got like gashes in his face. So always the jawline is turned up. He's an evil one, that fairy dragon.
GG can't deal with these PL illusions.
Sorry,
Even
it's
at
siblings,
T4s.
not kids apparently, whatever.
Close enough.
Equally bad. Here comes the Siege. LGD looking for their second lane of Rax as they zero in. They're going to force out that puck buyback. Is it in time, though? LGD. Well, they'll take the tower down. Guess they don't get the Rax yet. But they'll grab them soon. Afu trying to sneak in here. But again, the Fissure initiations every single fight. It's 11 starting the party in LGD. Delete the Rubik. They'll force him to buy back immediately. The puck has already died back. So they're down 1 for sure. Possibly more. They hold this Sven in position, but they can't kill him, and that's just the Sven. To say nothing of the PL, who's basically got the butterfly if it hasn't officially been picked up just yet. Yeah, maybe has it, in fact. Monet gets chewed to bits. Now the tree, a massacre in the LFY base. It all crumbles here. LGD Classic, showing they are the best kind of LGD today. Well, chat will spam to BM their way to victory.
Thwack, 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 thwack. Thwack.
I thought LFY had that. They were up 8K. It was like 15 to 20 minutes. They had the tower advantage. They had the tree, so they were able to maintain that tower advantage. But
And then the smokes happened.
Yeah.
They didn't play well around the smokes. Like they lost the puck with the gym. They
I
lost
think it was
a lot of supports. They lost Roche.
Puck died, I think, continuously 2-3 times in a row. And I mean, easy to point finger at Puck, but it's really hard for the Puck to survive because you just get chain stun from Def, basically from Fog, right? There's nothing you can do against Fissure. You can't even itemize against it. Lincoln does not block Fissure, I don't think.
Nope.
Yeah, so you just dead. and
What
then-
talent did he get?
He went to health talent at 10.
Did he go with the magic resistance talent? I don't know if
Oh, you're right. That's not a talent you
check.
normally
you can
go
check
for.
in the graphs.
I'm checking right now. Don't worry. He took 50 damage.
That is not the play.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's the thing.
Is
you
it
do-
20%?
15. I believe it's.
I
Yeah, you're right. It
I
might
think
be
it's 20%.
It's either 15 or 20%.
Yeah,
But
that's
if
a
you
lot.
take the health and you take the magic resistance, then PL just shreds you.
What doesn't shred you or
Then
does?
PL does shred you. But at
Okay.
least you won't die to the Fissure combo.
Yeah.
But I mean, 50 damage, it didn't look like it helped him at all.
Also,
really.
at the end of the last base stage, PL's illusions were generating more illusions such that Drought just had to back off. She couldn't even.
Yeah.
I don't think she had Axe finished at that point yet.
I think she had Ags. Yeah, she had Ags.
So even with Axe Maelstrom, she still can't kill PL illusions yet.
I still kind of feel like the first point was the bigger one, though. Like, they just got punished by the smokes. They didn't really play the map control game particularly well. And they had Tree, who should be able to give you, like, the trump card in those
Yeah, what
situations.
happened? We were singing Afu's praises like he was selecting all the correct fights for them.
oh yeah, he's
And then as
he
the gem
doesn't
came
do
out,
the position like he doesn't do the thing or the solo thing, right? You pop smokes and just die for your team, right? That's actually what he needed to do this game.
It
And
seemed like he was trying to at times, but he just wasn't able to successfully pull it
Yeah.
off.
That's I think one of the best parts about solo. He like dies for his team at the most appropriate times, and his team actually wins a lot because of it. Like if these smoke ganks connected on a tree, like you still can't go in a roast when you're like 8,000 gold behind if a tree's down. If it's a
Also-
puck, yeah.
I think also credit to 11 from like his initiation.
Dude, he owned.
His itemization was great. The Solar Crest made him super difficult to kill, and obviously is a very value item when they want to siege. So
He was like the exact opposite of Inflame. Like Inflame owned in lane and then didn't do that much after, and then owned 11 got dumpstered, in lane,
yeah.
and then destroyed everyone later on. That was pretty cool. GG, well played.
2 comeback games here today on the main stream. First we had the EG comeback. Now the
Yeah, how do you come back
LGD
with a
comeback?
Drow lineup?
I know.
What?
It's tough.
BEG. All right, what do we got next, Gorman?
EG, what?
I don't actually know what we have next. We have Dota.
You had the notepad out earlier.
I did. Actually, yeah, I can alt tap.
There you
We
go.
have IG versus Newbie next on this stream. Oh, thank you. Eric's already one step ahead of me.
So I've heard rumors. I'm not sure confirmed or not. Is that Burning is playing off lane now?
Yes, the S Gamer Fiend.
Yes.
Yeah. I
So-
saw those rumors too.
I mean, he has played every position except mid now. If he's in off lane, he started as a support. He roamed around as a 4. Obviously a legendary one.
What is like the final evolution of
He
Burning?
plays mid, right? He's
Just
played
mid.
all of positions. So
Coach?
Coach.
That's,
Streamer. Caster.
Casters
Yeah.
probably.
Oh, no,
yeah.
you casted with RTK for,
Yeah, he already
I
casted.
think,
No,
yeah.
but like full time. You know. That's when you know you're washed up. That's why we're here.
We were never pros.
There are 2 streams again, guys. So IG Newbie coming up next here. But we do have an EG match going on the second stream. Not actually sure who they're playing,
Clutch.
but Clutch Gamers. So thank you, Lumi. Check it out, twitch.tv/BeyondTheSummit 2 for that. And as for us, we'll be back in a bit for IG versus Newbie.